The name of this next horse is Who Farted. But listen to the call.
Who farted on the extreme outside? Colorado Co-ed, toast a dozen on the inside. Questions yet? Who farted? Who farted on the outside? It's close. Who farted in the winner's circle?
Claro que sí. ¡Ay, jaja! Sí, señor.
What is up, pod people? This is another episode of Who Farted. I am Doc, and with me is Mex, the Mexalorian. What's up?
Hey, how's it going? Doing pretty good myself. I'm really high. My bad. I didn't follow that question at all. And all you said was, "What's up?" It's good, man. How's it going?
The show's better when you're really high, dude. So
Okay,
it's all
cool.
good. It's all good. Yeah. So I had put out a best bits episode, and yeah, and then I put on there the our time with the Pooh Finger Boys and the Pooh Finger Posse, whatever you want to call them. And the one where you're like, whales are big. That was so fucking funny, dude. So fucking funny.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it was good. It had to be on there. So yeah, but it was cool, kind of reminiscing, going back to other stuff. But yeah, dope. Anyways, yeah. So I think we could just get right into what we're gonna talk about. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about doing it in the last episode. We talked about zombies, and we're like, we should do a zombie episode. So you know what? Fucking zombies, dude. So, well,
Yeah.
we're not gonna fuck zombies. That's gross. I mean,
Well, now that you say
Yeah.
that though.
what?
Huh?
I don't know. I
Okay.
mean, maybe if.
I do have a point, but it came from the movie I watched. But go on.
Oh, okay. All right then. Well, okay. So, wait, hold on. Were they fucking zombies in that movie?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there was a movie that I watched that had zombies, and two zombies fucked. But we could talk about that later.
Huh?
So you said that you watched a zombie movie, and we talked about I think we talked about it yesterday, right? Or the other day when we recorded.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So and then basically, like, what I would like to do for this episode is, number one, we could talk about zombie movies, zombie TV shows, zombie comic books and video games, all things zombie. Even talk about maybe how zombies could be real. So, anyways, but let's go ahead and first start with the zombie movie that you just watched, since it's fresh in your head.
It was the live adaptation of the Zom 100 anime manga.
Okay.
And I mean, it's made me want to watch the anime like completely, but it was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot.
Really? Okay.
I don't know if, because now that because I was looking up on Netflix too, and they have 3 movies of Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm thinking about watching them. So I'm wondering if like the bad adaptations are mainly just the English, like American actors, and,
American
like,
ones, yeah.
yeah. So, but the movie, as far as I know, probably pretty faithful to the anime manga
Okay.
so far. I am not that far. I'm only on the 2nd episode of the anime, so I don't know shit.
Okay.
It's a bunch of spoilers, but if it's the same, then it's gonna be fucking dope.
Yeah.
So Do you want me to just go full spoiler, like small review or big
Just
review,
do
or
just do a
just
small
like
review, like
okay.
basically talk about
Um,
what it's about, and then
all
what
right,
made
so
it
it's
fun.
a guy, like I said in the last one, I think, but he's having a rough time with work. It's too active. Like he's been working like 3 days straight, sleeping in at the office and shit. But what is it like? He goes home one day, and as he's like getting out to go to work, his neighbor's like chowing down on some bitch, not in a good way,
Okay, yeah,
and just turns, sees him, and starts lunging at him. And the only thing he could say is, "Shit, this is gonna make me late for work. Like, what the fuck's going on?" Pretty much
mm-hmm.
until he realizes it's the whole city. And he's like, "But I don't have to go to work. This is awesome." So he's
Yeah,
just chilling on his roof, is hanging out. He gets to his apartment again, so he's living there, and he's just like making his way to his roof. Goes to like convenience stores to pick shit up. Um, at one point, he goes to get his best friend that he had an argument with like a few nights before.
mm-hmm.
And this is what I meant by my point. His friend was at a love hotel.
Oh,
So you
okay,
just, you're
yeah,
just renting out people and having sex.
mm-hmm.
So my point was, if you're already there for that and you probably already did it, might as well find something lot because they turn into a zombie. I don't fucking know how. It's a weird thing. She's tied up, and so maybe they had a bite before. I don't know. It's kind of weird how like everyone was zombies because you only saw one before it happened, but then it's like boom, everyone's a zombie. Um, well, he has her chained
Wait,
up
wait.
from.
Did all these people that were turned into zombies, did they get like a jab or anything before? Or? No,
Yeah,
you know what?
maybe.
Never. Oh, we don't want to get into that. But go ahead. Yeah,
But and then maybe it's airborne. But
yeah.
so she's tied up, and this dude's like, "Well, I'm at a love hotel, and I can't get out. There's too many monsters." And his friend comes and
They all
saves him.
have
But my thing
herpes.
is,
It's really just herpes. It's not even. They're not even zombies. It's just a weird herpes.
she's just her yeah, she's just fucked up with herbs. No, but my point was, dude, find something in that room, which I'm sure there's probably not too much, but find something, tie her down more, and just get a few rounds. You probably have condoms in that room already. Get a few rounds out and see how it is. I doubt the zombussies fucking eating you right there, so you should be good. So that was my only point about the start, where you might be able to. Who knows?
You might be able to fuck a zombie. Okay, well,
Yeah, at least like at the
If-
fresh,
the fresh,
not like 5 months into the thing and it's like the
Yeah.
first zombie. You're not going for that one. You're going for freshly turned, just been a few days, and you already fucked her.
Yeah.
Get it out. You reach. There's that post nut clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're already in a zombie apocalypse and you get that with nothing around you to be like, oh shit, like let's talk, let's cuddle, you're probably gonna have like the craziest time getting there. You're gonna be fucking John Wick in that shit out of that zombie love hotel. Like you're good.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, his friend
Okay,
comes and saves him.
but hold
They get out.
Yeah, hold on though. Okay. First of all, that thought definitely proves that dudes will fuck anything. And then another thing too, though, is like when like would it be necrophilia if a zombie is like the living dead?
It's the living dead.
So
it's still
is
alive.
it necrophilia? I don't know,
I don't think so.
but I do know this. I'm sure that there is like a group of people out there that love zombie erotic fiction. So,
Yeah.
and I'm sure that
Well,
if
dude,
we looked it up,
going
there's
on
zombie porn.
going on a few sites, I've seen some.
Wait, there's
What you're about to say?
is there
Yes.
zombie porn?
Yes.
Holy shit! I know that there's clown porn. I looked that up. That was funny. When they orgasm, a horn honks. It's not. Yeah. It's like
God damn it.
instead of coming on her face, they get a pie in the face.
One of those seltzer bottles that
Yeah.
sprays.
Yeah.
You're making me want to try some stuff. But so the movie.
Yeah.
So after he saves him, which is it's a funny thing because they go out and they just do a bunch of stuff on the bucket list, right? One of the things is have drinks with a flight attendant, and I'm like, how specific? Why? Like, but then of course, out of nowhere, a pilot and two ladies come up. 5 minutes down the road, we find out they're flight attendants. All right, let's do it. Okay. The friend does the move of getting both of them instead of letting the main character have one. And in the middle of about to having a three-way, they get bitten by the pilot who is bitten.
Okay.
And they both turn. And so the two plus a girl that the main character met later or before leave, and they go to an aquarium where the main character says is a suit for shark bites. Like it's meant to withstand shark bites. So he's thinking like, okay, it could withstand a shark bite. I should be fine against zombies. I'm gonna become a superhero.
Yeah. Oh,
So he does that, goes to the aquarium. Turns out his old boss is there, and he took control of the aquarium and is now telling everyone what to do, and goes back to telling the main character what to do. Friend doesn't like that. The new girl, probably love interest, doesn't like that either. So they're about to leave. They convince the main character too, but while the main character is pretty much having like a fuck you moment to the boss, a fucking zombie shark
Oh shit.
fucking comes out of nowhere and attacks, and everyone's like, oh fuck. And so they're about to leave, and they turn, and he's just like wobbling around.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, wait, guys, he can't attack us on land. He sprouts zombie legs.
Oh,
it's so
okay.
fucking funny, dude. It's
Crazy.
the greatest shit. And it just goes around the aquarium and just starts trying to get him. And the main character ends up saving him. Everyone. He said if anything, anyone getting eaten by this shark zombie is not on my bucket list. That shit ain't happening. So he defeats the shark. Well, actually, he defeats a shit ton of zombies. His friend uses a forklift, distracts the shark, and then the shark ends up like getting itself stuck into a wall, and it can't move. So that's how they defeat that. Dip out from the aquarium. That's how the movie ends. It's a lot of fun. Especially, I was fucking shitting myself when the zombie shark flew out of nowhere, and they were like, "Nah, we're good." Fucking seven fucking zombie legs. And holy shit, man,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
So if it continues and they do another movie, because it was totally at the end they were like, all right guys, let's fill up the list together. It's pretty hard to do it for myself because I only had like 17 at the end. So I hope it continues. I really like that one. Like,
and what was the name of that one again?
Watch the full metal. Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So you watched that and it was entertaining. What would you say are the best zombie movies and the worst zombie movies that you've ever seen? Yeah, sure. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you my best and worst. Of course, Shaun of the Dead is good.
Yeah, but that's okay.
What?
I was thinking more serious ones, but yeah, no, that's one of the best ones.
Okay,
because it's fucking funny.
Yeah, as far as like serious zombie movies, hands down the best zombie movie that's serious, in my opinion, is 28 Days Later. Have you ever seen it?
Okay, I was gonna say I can't. 28 days or 28 weeks?
28 days, not 28 weeks. 28 weeks is the sequel.
Is that one the sequel? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've seen one of them, but that one scared the shit out of me.
Fuck yeah, because the zombies are running.
Yeah, exactly. It's the ones that like fucking take off after you.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I can't say with like 100% if I remember it, but I know I've seen one of them.
To me,
and then,
to me, that is the most realistic zombie movie because like every zombie thing that you see, zombies are always slow and they're starting to decay and blah blah blah, and it's like, how the fuck is a zombie gonna bite you when its limbs are falling off and they're slowly moving. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That one, the zombies were like, it wasn't that they were. It wasn't that they were like. It was just that they had gone mad and they were mindless, right? Like they had like one thing in mind, and that was to destroy and devour. You know, so um, I thought that that was the most. That was that was the best one. And but that's as far as like serious ones. But my hands down, my favorite of all time is Zombieland. It was funny.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was just good, dude. It was just a good movie. Um, and then as far as like worst, I kind of try to stay away from the ones that I think are bad. There was one that was it was a bad zombie movie, and um like it was bad, but it was so bad that it was good. I liked it. God, what the fuck is it called? I'm gonna have to look it up. So just bear with me for a second here. It was directed by Peter Jackson of Lord of the Rings fame. So let me look it up here.
Is it Brain Dead?
What?
Brain Dead?
No, yeah, I think that it might be called Brain Dead, but it has different names. Let's see. Shit.
Dead Alive.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Brain Dead or Dead Alive. Those are the two names that it has. Um, the climactic scene is fucking amazing, but just
I
to
have to
kind of,
check that out.
what was that?
I said I should check that out.
Yeah. So the way that the zombie thing happens is, there's like this rat bat or something, or I don't know. This thing has some disease. It bites this old lady, and this dude, he lives with his mom. The mom is the one that gets bit. She's an older woman, and she's like overbearing and whatever. But he can't. You know, he just wants to have a girlfriend, but he can't because he's taking care of his mom. So, anyways, the mom turns into a zombie. He doesn't have the heart to kill her, so he just locks her in the basement and tries to feed her. Well, then she ends up biting somebody. I can't remember who, but eventually, like, there's one scene where there's like these zombies, like these greasers. Do you know what a greaser is?
Yeah.
Like 50s kind of guys, right? So these greasers are zombies, and they're in a graveyard, and there's this priest, and then he's like, I kick ass for the Lord, and he starts doing like karate shit, and then he ends up getting overpowered, and then he ends up getting bit, and then now he's a zombie. Well, this dude that's like taking care of his mom, he is actually rounding up all these zombies and keeping them in his basement, and he's like feeding them and shit. Well, so he's got like probably like 15 zombies down there, and they're all just like acting stupid, whatever, as zombies do. And there's this one scene where there was a nurse zombie and the priest zombie, and they start looking at each other, and they start having zombie eyes for each other, and they fuck, and then they create a zombie baby. And one of the funniest fucking scenes is when he takes the guy that's taking care of all of them, he takes the zombie baby out on a stroller ride in a park, and then eventually like he loses control of the stroller and it goes flying down, and so there's this zombie baby in the stroller going, you know, and it's just like it getting away from. It was so fucking funny, dude. It was so bad that it was good. But the climactic scene, and I don't care if I spoil this for anybody because this movie is so fucking old.
Yeah.
You
Like
should just
92 or
watch.
whatever.
You should watch it. But anyway, so the climactic scene is he's this whole time the guy had been he'd been talking to this girl, and that he started liking her, and they went out on dates, and but he couldn't really be committed because he was taking care of zombies. And so he eventually, like, I think she ends up coming to his house and she's getting attacked by all the zombies. And he's just fed up. He takes a fucking lawnmower, starts it up, then he lifts it up, like he raises it up, and he runs through all of these zombies, like mows them all down, and there's just fucking blood and guts everywhere. It was so fucking great. It was such a great like end to a movie. It was so good. Anybody that likes like Evil Dead, or just like kind of cheesy movies, they if you think it's so bad that it's good, that is a movie that you should watch. Yeah, Brain Dead or Dead Alive is what it's called. So I don't know where it's at. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon to rent, but it was fucking great, dude. Yeah. As far as like bad zombie movies, I don't know, man. I usually stay away from them, but I'm sure if there's some low budget one, I probably would pass on it anyway. So, but what about you? What's some good ones that you know of?
Just to throw this out there, I guess. Dead Alive had a budget of $3 million.
Really? Okay.
In the box office, it made 242,000.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but I know that it is a cult classic. So many people know about it. Yeah,
I'm sure. That just sounds like fuck, man. Holy
Yeah.
shit. It sounds like most of it's probably most of that budget's probably in blood.
yeah, I would say so. Yeah,
But
yeah. Hold on 1 second, okay? Hold on.
yeah.
All right. Sorry about that, man. Back to the zombies. What are some good zombie movies that you know of
Shoot.
or that you like? Even anime
I remember.
included.
I mean, I loved Zombieland.
Yeah.
I remember loving Shaun of the Dead because it was like hilarious. And I know not a lot of people like this one, but World War Z, I like the story and I like the drive of like we need to get this shit done quick because the zombies are actually
Yeah.
after us. Rather than it's almost like the 28 days, like they're a bit faster, but I still feel like the World War Z ones weren't like as crazy as those.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'll say this about World War Z. So the World War Z is actually it's based on a book. And the book, it actually what the book is it's a collection of interviews of people who were involved with the war against zombies. I listened to the audiobook and it was fantastic because the writer of the book, I can't remember his name, but Brooks is his last name. He's actually Mel Brooks' son. Do you know who Mel Brooks is?
No.
Mel Brooks is the guy that created Spaceballs. He also did Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Okay.
He's a comedic writer and director and actor. But his son is the one that did World War Z. He wrote that book, and so
okay.
he plays the role of the reporter, and then they have a different voice actor for every single person that he interviews. So it's a really good audiobook. And it was pretty well done. But the movie itself takes place before, so like right as the zombie war starts. So I really think that I hope that they make a sequel to it to show how they combat
I
it.
was there too. I liked it.
I didn't think it was bad at all. Because it was different. It was based off the book, but it was totally different. Like it was basically a prequel to the book. So it showed you how it happened. But yeah. What else were you gonna say?
Army of the Dead, the one where it's like a heist.
Oh yeah,
they have to get through zombies and get away from them.
I didn't.
I like that one a lot.
You did? Okay, I didn't like it. But the one thing that I liked though was that the zombies were, they were becoming more and more advanced. Like they were evolving. So like they had their own language and shit. They could communicate, and they had their own like
Yeah.
communities. I thought that was a really good like idea. So, but I didn't really like it that much. I thought that what's his name, Batista? What's his first name? Is it whatever?
Is it Dave Bautista?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I thought that I didn't like that role. Like I didn't like him in that role.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only thing where it's like they probably could have gone without is even him,
Yeah,
and just do it like maybe even just like a different person for that spot,
yeah, I would agree.
or just get rid of that spot in general.
Yeah, I did like the
But
character.
I get that they need like a leader.
Yeah,
But my bad.
I
What
did
were you
like
saying?
the
Sorry.
safe cracker. Like he was cool, and I know that he actually had a movie is on his own. So
Oh yeah, the safe guy, right?
yeah,
I haven't watched that movie.
yeah, I haven't either. I wanted to though, but yeah, I haven't watched it.
But really, besides that, like I'm not. I don't know. I like zombie stuff, but I didn't even realize there's that many.
There's tons of them. I've never even seen like any of the Living Dead movies, like Night of the Living Dead or whatever, any of that stuff, because I just thought, meh, kind of cheesy. I wasn't into it, you know. But I'm not like super into like horror movies, and those are like I would say those were like horror movies,
Oh,
you know. But what about like zombie video games? Are there any video games that you play zombie wise?
not like zombie, but Call of Duty had the zombie mode.
Oh yeah,
That shit was so much fun back in the day.
yeah, it
From
was
like DLCs or the basic one for me. I loved it, but I also like me and my friends, and at one point me and like my little cousin and some other friends, we full on had not competitions, but like let's go fucking far today, some shit.
yeah.
Like like it was always, can we pass the last round or that we got last or for like at least 40, or some shit like that. It's too much fun.
Yeah. I just didn't like it because it was just constant, like, zombie hordes, and I just thought, I just
Yeah.
found that,
That's what I liked about like the DLCs and stuff. They ended up like putting stuff that you're supposed to do. Like there was a tower one where you had to turn on the power, you had to go through multiple different levels and just like pretty much connect everything so it is a flow.
mhm.
And then it went from that one to I think like I forget which one it actually went, but I think it was the German base after that, where you have to find where the like pack-a-punch would be to upgrade weapons.
Okay.
But actually it would be in all of them, but I just mean like for this one you'd have to find which spot, unlock it, and then eventually it'd move again, and then you could hit one zone at a certain time, and it'll shift you into a different world. And then after that one, it was to the fucking moon. So it was fucking fun sometimes. And especially after they started putting in stuff for you to do. Whereas like the very first one, yeah, it was just you're sitting in one room and killing zombies.
So is that really the only like zombie game that you've played?
Honestly, yes. Besides, I played the World War Z video game for a little bit.
How
'Cause
was
me and my
it?
friends. It was cool. It was just like you kind of built up your barrier, and then they came through, and then it was almost Call of Duty, just like
Gotcha.
solely based on that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it was just like that's all you did, but it was pretty fun. But I didn't get to play too much.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty much. I don't like being scared in video games. So
I
it's
know,
like
you
I don't want
talked
to play
about
one where
that.
it's like scared. So that's why
Yeah.
like I know because Resident Evil would be one, but because that one, especially the video games, not just the arcade games. Like you're trying to actually play the storyline,
Yeah.
and then shit pops out at you,
Yeah.
or like this family's trying to kill you in their fucking house, and it's just like,
Yeah.
why the fuck would I be in there in the first place? I'm not gonna be in there.
Yeah. I feel like it's gotten away from the zombie stuff though, because originally it was zombies, but I feel like it's gotten away from that. But that's fine. It needs to. Everything needs to evolve there. But
Yeah, exactly. But my main thing for zombies is like The Walking Dead.
yeah, Yeah. Well,
But,
oh, real quick though, I wanted to
uh-huh.
say, there's a movie because I just thought of it. A movie that a lot of people want to say is zombies, but they're not fucking zombies, and that's I Am Legend. Have you seen I Am Legend?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're not zombies. Those are vampires.
Are they?
Yeah, those are
Yeah, it makes
vampires.
more sense because they don't come out at night, right?
They don't.
Or
They only
in
come
the
out at
morning.
night. They don't come out in sunlight. Yeah, no, they're vampires. In fact,
Yeah.
if you read the book, they're called vampires. They're vampires. So anybody who thinks that they're zombies, you're wrong. They're vampires. So, anyways, but back to games. I'm gonna because we will talk about Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But I played Days Gone. I played that most recently, and I thought that it was okay. I know that a lot of people like that game. The hordes of zombies are definitely scary. They will scare the fuck out of you you'll because you'll be riding your motorcycle and then you come over like a ridge and then all of a sudden there's like a shit ton of like zombies, like 40 or 50 zombies, and you just got to nope the fuck out of there. But yeah, and they're fast. That's the other thing. The zombies are fast. So it is scary in that aspect, but
Mhm.
I just thought that it was kind of cheesy, and I feel like what it was they were watching The Walking Dead, the show, and then they saw Daryl Dixon, and they thought, you know what? Let's make a whole game about this guy, and that's pretty much it. It's just a bunch of bikers on, like fighting zombies with a crossbow. So, and you use the crossbow a lot. It was okay. It was an okay game. I still ended up beating it, which a lot of games I don't beat, but like I was probably halfway through it and I'm like, why the fuck am I still playing this game? I'm not really like enjoying it. So, but whatever. But I'm trying to think of some other zombie games that I've played. I mean, Resident Evil, of course. I did play the Call of Duty, the zombie stuff. I played that just a little bit. My buddy had an extra copy of Call of Duty, and then he let me borrow it because he wanted to play the zombie thing with me, and I'm like, and I did it, and all I wanted to do was just play the online. I didn't because I never played a Call of Duty game before, and I found all of it to be boring. I prefer Battlefield. That's just
Yeah.
how, yeah, that's what I prefer. But anyways,
It's more
so
realistic though, right?
Battlefield,
Yeah.
I feel like it
A
is.
little.
Yeah, I feel like Call of Duty is a little more arcadey. I thought that like in Battlefield, I am constantly finishing like in the middle to the bottom of the thing, the list of people. I played Call of Duty one time and I was like consistently in the top 5 of like kills and shit, like kill to death, and I'm like, this isn't right. Like I'm not good, so I shouldn't be up here in the top 5. I don't belong here. I'm like, so I just like, this game's probably too easy. So, but as far as other zombie games, I'm really trying to think. Like, oh yeah, The Last of Us, which,
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
yeah, which I like because I like stealth games. Um,
I
it's
don't,
you
but I
don't,
still like The Last of Us. Yeah,
yeah,
I suck at Metal Gear Solid. I picked one of those games up and I couldn't get past anything.
yeah,
I didn't understand it. They were like, "Be quiet." I'm like, "Fucking stealth, what?"
yeah,
But no, The Last of Us was a lot of fun.
yeah.
I
So
kind of forget that it's zombies because like it's more of the spore stuff on their heads, but I mean, it's still an infection, so it would be
yeah,
zombies.
and they're zombie. They are zombies. Like they turn into
Yeah.
mindless things that are coming after you. So it's pretty good. I liked that one. I even liked the second one. I thought that it was interesting too between the two. Like the first one was like you're fighting zombies. The second one, you're fighting people more than anything. So like the zombies, there's like less of them. So now it's just you're trying to survive against raiders and other like groups, and it was still good. I know a lot of people hated
Yeah,
it, but it was still good. But and
I need to play it.
yeah, did you watch the show? Because we'll talk about the show in a minute. But did you watch it?
No, I actually haven't, but I
Okay.
need to.
All right. Well, I did want to talk about one more game though that I played, and I played it on my iPhone, and it was The Walking Dead by Telltale Games. And
Okay.
did you ever see that or play that?
I've seen it before, but I never played them.
Dude, if you ever have a chance to play it, it's such a good game. I mean, it's kind of like playing, or it's kind of like a interactive comic book, I guess, or an interactive,
Yeah.
movie or TV show. It was really good, and to me, like, I'm pretty sure it's canon. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure, but to me, I think that it's canon, and it was really good. The characters were fantastic. Um, and they follow the characters through other like sequels. I haven't played any of the other sequels. I want to though, but I don't know. I think Telltale Games went out of business, but somebody bought them up. Don't know who. Can't remember. But they're really good games, and So yeah, that's really good. But since we're on The Walking Dead, and you were saying earlier, that's your reference, or that's your only like that's your major like thing. Let's talk about that a little bit, because we both read the comics, and then we were both watching the show, because I
Did you
remember
read the
we talked about
full story?
the comics.
Because I stopped. Yeah, I stopped to the or at that like new group.
Yeah, I stopped with the basically like the skinwalkers. You know what I'm talking about? Where
Yeah.
it was after like they started putting on the yeah. That was basically, I think we both stopped around the same time, because you used to give them to me. So you were my only source of
Sure.
reading them. And yeah, so that was it. But that was pretty much where I stopped reading it. But the comic was great, man. It was really good. And
Yeah, it really was.
it was fun to read it along with the TV show to see
Yeah.
all the differences.
Yeah.
Um yeah.
Like I don't know, well, because you were mentioning differences, and I like that at some points, but I hated it too.
Yeah.
Like with what they like some of the stuff they did with Carl.
Oh yeah.
Because in the comics he just straight up died, right?
Yeah, I think
Well, stuff.
so.
Like
Yeah.
he was just done. And then it's like they kind of I don't know, like respectfully and like again like a little like disrespectful towards the comics. Like I feel like they handled it a little off, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people liked it. I don't know. I didn't because like I'm trying to remember like the full show, but that guy kept going, right?
Carl?
Or was he
Yeah.
gone? Yeah.
Carl was there up until, and I stopped watching like the very
Was it
last episode.
reversed?
The very last episode that I saw of the TV show was where Negan fucked up what's his face?
Glenn.
Glenn. Yeah. That was the last
Yeah,
one, because
and
I only watched it because I was like, okay, that was such a huge moment in the comic, and I wanted to see how they handled it, especially how they handled Negan, since Negan's like dropping F-bombs and saying shit all the time. I'm like, how are they going to throw in this dude who's always swearing and beats the shit out of people and kills them with a spiked baseball bat, So I wanted to see how they were going to handle that. And I watched that one episode where he beat up, he killed, he killed Glenn, and that was it, man. That was the last episode I watched. So, but I did hear what was going on with Carl, and apparently Carl eventually ended up joining up with the group of skinwalkers. So Rowan was telling me about it,
Yeah.
actually, because he was watching it all the
yeah,
time.
that's what it was. Because he was kind of interested in them, but
And he was just tired of his dad,
well, yeah, but he was also just wanting to see how other people could fucking like survive it if there's other ways of life than just like, well, like you said, being tired of his dad.
Yeah.
Then like he'd probably be just a little more interested in seeing other people's way of life compared to that. But yeah, like in the comics, I'm pretty sure he died from the gunshot wound to the face.
I think so. I don't remember. It's been so long. But I think
Yeah,
actually the reason why
but
Carl took
and,
off
and
was because of
uh
a girl in the show. Like he met some girl in the show. And
uh
then he's like,
uh,
yeah, it's always a girl, dude. It's always a girl.
yeah,
Anyways.
but
Yeah.
in the show he dies from a walker bite. It's like,
Yeah.
man, you should have gave him a fight.
Kind
Damn,
of
dude, that's
anticlimactic,
stupid.
right?
Yeah, that's kind of dumb, but that's
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
Um,
Yeah, but I
but
I stopped watching the show. The show was good, but
uh
the formula of the show was starting to wear on me.
yeah,
You know, it
because
was
I stopped after the war with Negan and Rick.
okay.
That's
So
where I stopped.
you watched even up you watched further than I did then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since I mean this episode's not really about the characters, more the zombies.
It
How do you
doesn't
like
matter.
the zombies? And or what do you think of?
Oh, they're
Because they're
zombies.
not like they're pretty much like the classic
Yeah, they're classic zombies.
degrading zombies. So
But you know what though? Like to me, I don't even feel like that show was about zombies. Like I feel like that show was about survival. That show was
okay,
about
yeah,
you
yeah, it
know,
was because
community.
even at the end of season 1, they said we are the Walking Dead, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So no, yeah,
Because I mean that's what it always was. I mean it was like 2 or 3 minutes, and this is why it started to wear on me was like it was like 2 or 3 minutes in the beginning of the episode, and it was zombies and it was chaos, and then it was and the show is like 45 minutes to an hour, well an hour with commercials of course, but and then the majority of the show is like them having some sort of drama where they make some stupid fucking decision or somebody else makes some stupid fucking decision, and then it comes back to haunt them at the end of the episode with like 2 minutes left or 3 minutes left, and it's like zombies again, right? So the zombies aren't
yeah.
hardly in it. It's mostly just drama, and
Motherfuckers.
a lot of times the drama to me was just like stupid decisions that people made. And I'm like, I got tired of it, you know. So, did I like the character of Daryl? Yeah, he was cool. Um, so I didn't like I liked Michonne in the comic books. I didn't really like Michonne in the TV show that much. Daryl wasn't even in the comics. So, I did like
You know what? Going back to I mean, just Daryl. But
Mhm.
I guess I did play another zombie game. I do remember they put a game out just of him, right? Or did you talk about that?
I think so. Well,
It-
the Days Gone was like they
no,
just watched,
it
but
was
there was a game. There is a game of just him.
yeah. I was gonna say I
Yeah,
think it's the Walking Dead Survival or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Not that great, but
No, they really missed. They really
I
missed
remember playing it.
opportunities.
Survival Instinct. Yeah,
Yeah, they missed good opportunities. Did you ever watch Fear the Walking Dead?
I did for a little bit.
Uh
I think just the first season.
huh. Okay.
I liked it. It was cool. It was a different like different perspective
Yeah,
of the world. So
that's what I
that's what I liked about it.
Yeah.
I didn't like how I think they introduced Morgan to
Mm-hmm.
it to kind of tie everything together. So I was like, I thought
Yeah.
'cause I think they introduced them in the same way, but I fell off, so I was kind of confused anyway. So that's my fault.
Yeah. I'll probably
But
watch it again because I
yeah, and then well now with the ending of Walking Dead, I think they split it off into 3 more shows too.
Yes, yeah, they got one with Negan and what's her face? I can't remember her name. But
Maggie.
yeah, Maggie. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like those guys aren't supposed to be together. But and then there's Michonne and Rick, and then there's Daryl. So I
Let's see,
imagine the Daryl one's the only one people are gonna watch.
No, they'll put the Negan and Maggie one in front of it, so everyone has to watch both.
Yeah, I don't that I
It
could
says that they have 6 though: Fear the Walking Dead, Dead City, which is Negan and Maggie,
okay.
Daryl. Oh, Michonne and Rick, they're getting their own. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what I said. You didn't hear me say that one.
Oh, I didn't hear you. My
Yeah,
bad. No, I didn't
no
hear that.
worries.
Sorry. World Beyond.
World Beyond.
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be like the the group that who took Rick away in season 9 of The Walking Dead in a helicopter along with Jadis.
No idea. Didn't watch it, so
Yeah,
yeah.
me either.
But
And then anthology series called Tales of the Walking Dead
oh, okay.
debuted in August 2022.
Okay. Well,
Huh.
I mean, as far as zombies go, like it's a very typical zombie. You know, the slow zombies. They don't have any fast zombies. So really,
Yeah.
the
They
only
should,
way.
because I never played it, but did you ever see or played the what is it? Is it Left 4 Dead?
No, no, I did not play it or see it, but I think that is a zombie thing.
I think that's the one where they have like big zombies, exploding zombies,
Well, they have,
and shit like that.
yeah, they
Where
have
there's
that
like different,
also. They
huh?
have it also in The Last of Us. They have,
Yeah.
yeah. So
But not too many like big ones, do they?
they have some, yeah, especially in the second one. Yeah, they have like
Oh,
I
you
think
know
they're
what? I'm
called
dumb as
Goliaths or
hell.
something.
I forgot about Dying Light. I played Dying Light,
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the zombie one.
but I always forget that it's kind of a zombie thing because I just try to run around on the buildings. I
Oh
hate
yeah,
like fucking with the zombies.
yeah,
Because there's these like hella strong ones that will fuck you up.
yeah,
Um, but Left for Dead, like I think that'd be a good series too. I don't know. They
yeah.
should do something like that where there is upgrading zombies. Like there's regular ones, and then the boss zombie or some shit. That'd be dope.
And I did see a show. I know they had that one like iZombie, but I did start watching Zombie Nation. I didn't finish it. It was interesting. It was kind of funny at times. But there was this one zombie show I started watching. I haven't finished. I didn't finish it because they only have one season, so I was disappointed. But it's called Daybreak, I think is what it's called. And it's kind of like
Oh.
a Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but with zombies. Um, and I was disappointed because it was actually a pretty clever show and I liked it, but I just I was like I don't want to end up watching it because it's like it kind of sucks knowing that there's only one season. You're not going to get the whole story, so it was kind of disappointing. But yeah, there's not a lot. I mean, there's not. I know that there was zombies were like the biggest fucking thing for a while, and there was all sorts of like movies and video games and other entertainment, but there wasn't a ton of shows other than The Walking Dead that I could think of, anyways.
We got fucking 6 of them.
Six what?
Walking Dead series.
Yeah, but I know. Yeah, they got a ton of those Walking Dead ones, and I haven't watched any of them. I did watch a little bit of Fear the Walking Dead, and I should watch it again. I liked it, but yeah, you know. Do you want to? I say we go ahead and we talk about like the zombies, the idea of zombies, because like I know that people think that it's just not a joke, but it's not like possible. But the government is actually prepared for a zombie outbreak, and I'm just curious. Do you think that it is possible that we could have real life zombies?
Um, yes, I think so, and I want to say they're kind of like even preparing us. than they probably have been for the last few years.
because of all the shows and stuff.
Yeah. I want to say a little bit, and then also like the the movies and everything as a recent, just kind of saying that, not even saying, but kind of hinting that it comes from a lab and it just breaks out.
Yeah,
And I mean, what happened a few years ago?
yeah,
But um,
dude. You know what?
what if something else is about to break out, and that's why they're trying to get us used to being like inside, like every few years they're like, okay, we need to
Yeah,
stay inside
okay,
again.
yeah.
So and then I don't
Here,
know if I think I sent you one, but what were you about to say? Sorry.
I totally forgot to mention the TV show of The Last of Us, because that show is really good, and you need to watch it. So we don't have to really talk about it, but that is
Oh, I thought
such
we
a we kind
mentioned
of
it, but
we
it's
kind of
the
mentioned
video
it.
game we talked about
Yeah, we kind of mentioned it,
mainly.
but it
So yeah,
it is an excellent TV show. You
especially with
gotta watch it.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
And I've only seen the first part of the first episode, so I'll be watching it. I
yeah,
need to.
watch it for sure. But okay, so there was a
Um.
video you sent me.
That it was like a government debriefing. Telling people the not for regular people. It was like, I want to say it was a military thing.
Okay.
Um, and it looked like it was just someone's phone inside their jacket. But the questions being asked were like, so what are we doing to be prepared? Well, you have your zombie preparedness guides, yada yada yada. And then he went to mention like it's the same thing as the Florida attack in 2009 or
Oh
whatever year
yeah,
that was. That it got that we tried
bath
to say that it
salts.
was bath salts, but it got leaked out that it was a zombie attack. And then something else like a few years before that too. And then it's why I'm saying about the video and about it recent, but especially with those burgers thing coming out.
Oh, the
I
lab
don't know,
burgers.
man. Yeah,
Yeah, you
the
know what?
the
And I didn't.
cheap
Okay,
ass burgers.
so yesterday was National Burger Day,
Uh huh.
and um and they were like Wendy's was offering burgers for a penny, and McDonald's was offering burgers for 50 cents. And I was like, oh, I should get a burger. But then in the back of my mind, I was like, what if they're fucking putting shit in them burgers, knowing every cheap ass motherfucker is gonna go get one of these burgers? So like
In the back of your mind is just Mexi going, "Don't fucking do it.
no,
Don't
dude.
fucking.
Yeah,
Why the if
trust
they're
me, I
giving
don't
if
need
they're
you.
giving it to you for a penny?
Yeah,
What do you
no,
think, bro? What do you think's gonna happen?"
no. If it, yeah, if it just to me, I'm like, it felt a little weird. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do this. So I didn't, and I didn't get anything for the kids either. But thought crossed my mind for sure.
I mean, I probably would have for the kids, but you gotta feed them and go get yourself Chipotle.
Yeah,
But
yeah, right.
that's just me.
Yeah. Hey,
I have kids, and they for sure getting off the Happy Meal or the dollar menu. You know that shit's the $5 menu these days, anyways.
oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
go to.
yeah. But I mean, seriously
Uh,
though, oh, and okay, there was one other movie, and I totally forgot about this movie until you said, like the government, whatever, preparing, and then you talked about like them putting stuff in the burgers, the lab burgers. There is a movie, I fucking love it. It's called Zombies. Like that's the actual
uh,
name,
yeah.
and so the government had ended up like making some kind of chemical or whatever, and it turned people into zombies. They were trying to create super soldiers, but it turned people into zombies. Well, one of them fell off of a truck, and this dude working at a bowling alley ends up picking it up. This stuff, he thinks that it's for the slushy machine, so he puts the mix into the slushy machine, and and nobody's at the bowling alley except for his friends. So he drinks it, his friends drink it, and then they all like, oh, I feel sick, it's probably the slushy. Anyways, so they everything just goes as normal in the movie, but then the camera goes to a different perspective of like other people that are around. Like they start noticing that people are moving like super fucking fast, and they're talking really fast, and they're like, what's going on, man? This slushy, there must have been something bad in it. Then the camera perspective changes, and then it shows them, like people see them and notice that they are zombies, and they're walking around all slow and like. So
Yeah.
the thing is it. So the
Sounds
reason why
dope.
everything to them, to the zombies, is fast is because they're moving so slow. And so it was just really, it's so fucking funny. And there's this one time, they end up coming across, they have no idea that they're zombies, by the way. They come across this one guy who was like, he's not part of the military, but he thinks he's like one of those people that would, dress up in like camo and shit, and thinks he's like hot stuff because he plays airsoft or something. And anyway, so he's like, this is what we're gonna do, and he's like, okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna flank around this because they're gonna go attack something. We're gonna flank around this, and then the camera goes to them, and then you just see him as a zombie goes as he's trying to explain shit in zombie, and then it goes back to him, and he's like, all right, now I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna roll, and this and that, and then it just shows him like just kind of like hobbling along, and then he falls, and then like rolling on the ground a little bit, and then slowly gets up, and then and then he like, it was just so absurd. It was so fucking funny. It's zombies. I think it has another name too. If you get a chance to watch it, it was pretty fucking funny, dude. So funny. Anyways, that you just reminded me of it. But okay, back to the zombies being real. I didn't see that video that you sent me. Was it on TikTok?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'll have to check that out for sure. But dude, I totally think that the zombies could be real. And yeah, I agree with you, dude. Like they're doing all sorts of stuff to kind of prepare us. I mean, fuck, they could have just done it yesterday. Yesterday could have been like the start of it, man. McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, all of them were just like throwing out these nasty ass burgers, that were full of like dumb shit, and then also too, like, I mean, they're kind of making us zombies also with all this fucking social media, and we just like spend hours a day just staring at our phone. I'm guilty of that too, man. I'll be sitting on the couch and I'm sitting here trying to find memes for my wife. I can't find shit. So I end up like on Instagram looking at stupid videos to try to send her something instead of me actually being funny and communicating with her. I'm like sitting on the couch next to her trying to find shit, like that's fucking dumb. While the TV's going, by the way, so it's like, okay, it's just kind of silly, but I don't know, man. I think that yeah, I think that they could definitely be preparing us. How do you think the zombies would be, though? Do you think the zombies would be like, the typical zombies, like, Night of the Living Dead? Or do you think they're going to be like 28 Days zombies, where they're fucking fast?
I want to say it might even be a little of a mix. Like at first, like really high, but at first they'll just be like human. It'll just be very obvious that they're like crazed or insane and attacking people. But I think they would eventually degrade, and start falling apart, because like if they're meant to just like eat and like actually, digest stuff, I guess maybe that would be a way for them to evolve or something, depending on, because that'd be an interesting thing too. If it's solely like an infection to where like that would kill us, or if it's almost something like The Last of Us, where it's a spore and it's something that's trying to just take us out from within or something.
Yeah.
Because then that, if they're eating people and getting more spores or something like that, maybe they grow bigger too. Because I don't know. Because if it's something like 28 days later or 28 weeks later, it's like, what would it really be then? Because eventually I feel like they would all fall apart.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like not right away. It'd be a while. It'd be like, how long does it take for a body to, decompose? And
Yeah.
yeah, so it's
Well,
just like however long that would be if they're not constantly eating and actually using that as
yeah.
like sustenance, I guess, to survive.
Well,
Because then maybe that would be a way for them to actually survive and upgrade themselves. Not really upgrade, but like I said earlier, evolve. Keep proceeding.
yeah.
Because if it would be like the world creating something to just wipe out all humans, I don't know. I feel like it would become bigger eventually.
Yeah.
But that's just my stupid thought, being like, okay, it's nature at some point, so
Well,
nature grows.
yeah. So,
To me.
yeah, I think that, there's different. So in 28 days later, it was kind of like a virus that kind of made them. To me, it was more like rabies, right? Like they just went mad
Uh-huh.
and they went crazy. It was like a rabid dog. I think that is like the most plausible way to
But
do it.
is that, do they? Because I don't remember this. It wasn't that one where we talked about them like upgrading or evolving and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think
But
that
do
they
they
would.
do that?
I don't think that
They
those
don't.
guys.
They
Yeah,
just keep
no.
attacking and they just keep
Yes.
going crazy.
Yeah, they just keep
Yeah,
attacking.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think that there's an evolution, but
But
with like, go
But
ahead, go
are
ahead. What
they
were you saying?
surviving then, or because I don't remember which one I watched even, but like it's 28 days later, and then 28 weeks later,
Yeah, I
and
didn't.
then I saw 28 months after, but I don't know
Oh shit, I didn't even know that was
if
out.
that's connected even because it read different.
Okay.
I would feel like it would say 28 months later, anyways. Um, but if it went that far, would the original first few or something be the same? Would they be like the leaders of the packs, or would they be falling apart? Because
Yeah. See,
are they attacking people and eating people to like
you would
use
think.
their blood or flesh as
Yeah,
actual food, or just to nibble on shit?
you would think that it would be a thing of uh, the the body would eventually fall apart, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
because
not
they're not even
a
actually eating food. If we eat humans ourselves, we
we start to go
we're not
mad
supposed to, and then
anyways.
we start go mad and
Yeah,
probably like
yeah.
get diseases too.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. So
So
yeah, but I think I think that that's the most plausible one. I don't think that there would be any kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
evolution, and I do think that the body would start to break down. So those zombies would eventually break down. But then there's also the other one where, I like the theory of like the Last of Us. Excuse me, the Last of Us. It's a fungi. So
yeah.
basically, what happens is the fungus takes over, and in the show, the fungus actually communicates with each other. So like they take down roots, and uh, and they explain it in the show, but mushrooms can communicate with each other. There's a big, huge root system that they have underground.
And that's why when you eat mushrooms, you guys can read each other's minds.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, those kind of mushrooms. Yeah, but so like if so in the show they actually talk about it where like miles and miles away, like if you step on a root that's exposed, then miles away the horde of zombies will know that you stepped on that route. They'll know where you're at, and now they're going to come and try to claim you. Now, in that one, it was passed on by a bite, but in the video game, it was passed on by spores coming out. And I think that could be, that could be possible, right? There is like a parasite that will go into like bugs and stuff and take over their brain, but the body still functions and still is alive. But eventually, that body like deteriorates because that parasite is eaten away at the thing. No, I don't know. It's not. Is that it? No, because what the parasite's trying to do is just trying to find a new host. Like that's its whole purpose.
I think it also lays eggs in the creature too.
Yeah. So I mean, so it's the whole thing is to just destroy the host, but and to move on. But yeah, so I know in the game The Last of Us, they do mutate depending on like how long they've been infected or whatever you want to call it. So
yeah,
and they get and then eventually like they just become like part of the environment. So but it was I think that's possible. I think that they would still be able to like run and stuff, but eventually like the body would break down and they would be nothing. So I don't think that long term zombies would be able to like outlast us.
They're gonna always be trying to not reproduce but make more through spreading.
Yeah, because it's a virus. It's meant to. It's wanting to spread.
So the virus would.
Whole point.
But so then, I guess what my thing is are they eating to just eat, or is it just for that then? So they're trying to spread the host then for it. Okay.
Yeah, not to survive. Like I don't think it's a survival thing. Like it's spreading and annihilation. Like that's the whole like point of it. At least that's my opinion. So, but you said something earlier too that and I'm sharing the screen with you here. You said something about like they've been trying to warn us and stuff, right? So let me see if this is a video here. CDC.
The government is trying to prepare us for this. A zombie apocalypse. The infamous astrologer Nostradamus predicted something like this could happen in 2021. Specifically, he said a scientist is going to create a, quote, biological weapon that will bring the dead back to life. CDC says, well, that's not likely to happen, but just in case, the agency wants you to be prepared. They have a new ad campaign telling you to get ready for the emergency. It includes this poster advising you to get a kit, make a plan, and be prepared. CDC experts say you should prepare for zombies just like you would prepare for any real-life emergency. They want you to create an emergency kit with essentials like food and water, medications, important documents, and first aid. You can find the full zombie survival guide or advice for any other emergencies. It's up right now on the CDC website. As hilarious as that may seem, 2020 and 2021 brought us things that we never expected. So why rule it out? Why not just prepare?
The day the
the
zombies show up will be the day you won't see me.
Well, exactly. Me either. We won't be at work. We'll be with the zombies.
Okay. You heard all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that news thing was, she fucking talked about 2020, 2021. So this was after COVID. Now they had talked about the like that CDC thing that they did that well before COVID came out. And then they're still talking about it. Dude, that's kind of that's bizarre to me, And it's just weird. And then, just for fun. No. Oh, why would they do that? But there was this other thing too. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but I believe this is the video. This is something that happened. And it turned out it was a hoax, right? Like somebody had hacked the emergency broadcast system. Let's see. This might be it. God, I hope it is. Yes, yes. God, that beeping.
The following message is transmitted by request of the United States government. Reports are coming in from officials of the undead.
No, that wasn't it either. Oh, God. Okay. Anyways, whatever. Fuck this.
We'll stop hurting everyone's ears.
Yeah, goddamn. I'm gonna have to cut some of those out. But yeah, basically what it was is somebody had hacked in and said that the way the message was is because the dead are rising, and it's like, the dead are rising and attacking and all this other stuff. And I was like, yeah, of course. I mean, I wouldn't believe it, and that's just the thing. Like, you do that kind of stuff. Like, I wouldn't believe it. How many people would end up dying first because they would not believe that at all? Like if they were being warned. I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing when the COVID thing was starting out. People were like, yeah, whatever, it's full of shit. And then people were
also that,
sick.
but do Amber Alerts even work?
Yeah, Amber Alerts
like,
work.
not to disparage them, no, but not to say like they don't work, but like, because how many people are looking at that and being like, I'm gonna go look for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not
if
going
someone
out of their
sees
way.
that on their phone.
Yeah,
It's just that if you see it, I know I
Yeah.
completely get it, but I see like, so if the warning comes up, are they really gonna be like, shit, let's go to the CDC or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, well,
Let's go to the library that it tells me to go to.
All-
No, most people are either gonna sit where they're at or go into panic.
dude, all the fucking notifications we get, like, how many times do you get a notification?
By the way, I
you
have
look
Amber
at it?
Alerts turned off.
What?
I have Amber Alerts turned off.
You're like, no, those kids are gonna suffer. No, but
I'm just like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm at work right now.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, like, dude, I'm at home right now with Cheeto dust.
I'm
on my
either
dick.
working
I'm not
or did you say Cheeto dust on your dick?
Yeah.
Either at work or at home, just fucking streaming. So I mean,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want them found. It's just,
Yeah, exactly.
I can't
What are
do
you gonna
anything
do?
about it. I don't want to be sad.
Yeah.
But
the thing
what
is,
were you saying?
like, you get a notification, and then you completely, like, you're like, oh shit, and then like 5 minutes later, you've forgotten it. You forgot about it. Like, how many times do you get
Yeah.
a text from somebody, and then you don't text them back till the next day because you're like, oh fuck, I forgot.
Yeah.
I know you do that because you do that to me. So
Yeah. Exactly. No, I do that to everyone, man.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing to you, and I do the same thing to other people. So it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to bust your balls there, dude. But I mean, that's just what happens, man. We just like out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. So you get that emergency thing. I mean, now let's say that, like, if I'm in Oklahoma and I get a tornado warning, and then I start hearing sirens. Fuck yeah, dude. I know what to do. I know that shit's happening. So it's time to get in the cellar and, try to hold down the fort. Whatever. Well, you ain't
Have you
holding
ever
down
seen?
shit.
You seen that video of the black guy at the gas station while tornadoes going through?
No.
And everyone's like hiding, and he's like, "Oh shit, can I get 2 packs and 20 on number 7? Where are you guys going?"
Yeah, that's funny.
And it ain't just nothing but a little bit of water.
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Sir, get back here, sir. Come on." No, I got shit to do.
Yeah, that's about right. That's cool, dude.
Fucking badass.
Yeah. Because he's probably been
like,
through
give me
that
a
shit all the
coffee.
time. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I get a hurricane discount or what? Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. Just go be out there, grab him, and take off.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
What,
it at
what's
that
he gonna
point.
do? Come out there and catch
You
you? Fuck.
You tried, yeah. You
Yeah.
tried. What could you say?
Yeah.
You tried. The power was out. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not
But
stealing gas. You get the cigarettes.
yeah, but the thing is though, if there was a I think if we had an emergency broadcast of like zombies or something, then I don't think anybody would believe it. I would think everybody would be like, "Oh, I got fucking
Now
hacked."
people would be like, "Nah, it ain't shit. It's a joke."
Yeah, and it
And
wouldn't.
they'll be walking out until they get bit.
Yep, we wouldn't believe
But
it.
me,
until we
I'm already
started-
inside streaming. I'll be like, "Fuck it," at Twitch .tv/the_Maxilorian, by the way.
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, ah, shit, stay inside. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Let's hold off on doing shit. We could go ahead and have a wank competition if you guys want. No, but
Jerking
yeah,
off to
so
zombie porn, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
that shit's kind of weird.
Yeah, it would be weird. But
Hot chicks, but it's like, how are you gonna get that script and be like, okay?
yeah, I know, right?
It's like, all right, girls.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah,
think
but
about a few things.
yeah, you should rethink some of the decisions you made in your life if zombie porn is like the way that you, first of all, is that's how you make your money, and then second of all, if that's how you jerk off, then that's
Hey,
weird.
hey! I just ended up on the fucking spot, man. All right. That's my bad.
Well, oh no, I'm not saying that you're jerking off to it. I'm just saying whatever.
I'm already
Anyways,
midway, so I'm not gonna
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Huh.
No, but I just think that the warning systems wouldn't work. You'd have to be seeing shit happening. I think it would be a lot like it would end up being a lot like Shaun of the Dead, where he just like was fucking
Or
yeah.
the Zom 100 movie I just watched. Literally,
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah,
on his way to work, no notification at all.
yeah,
Boom, neighbors are eating each other,
yeah.
and then you have to run to save your own damn life. Like, yeah, it's not gonna be just in our faces and here guys staying safe. No, it's gonna be up in our faces and full frontal. Like, we're getting fucked.
Yeah. So, anyways, the whole zombie thing, I think it could be real. I think that we would like a lot of people would just unknowingly, come across a zombie and then fucking die, and because the warnings won't work. Do I think people are prepped for it? No, except for the dudes that are like they got that lifted truck with the testicles on the back, and then it says like zombie prepper.
The first one, when the zombie apocalypse happens, the first one that I find, I'm souping up. I'm gonna get a bus, and I'm just gonna make the fucking demon bus or some shit, man. I'm just gonna have a shit ton of everything on there: guns, swords, fucking crossbows, and dude, it's just gonna be badass.
Well, what do you
It's gonna be
think?
awesome.
Okay, so we'll end it on this real quick. All right,
Every
so
window's gonna have a crossbow. Sorry, go on.
the zombie shit has gone down, and we are now in survival mode. And what do you think? Because we see all sorts of weapons all the time, right? So for 28 day later, like those kind of zombies, what do you think is the best kind of weapon? Because I don't remember how you kill them, but what do you think's the best kind of weapon for them?
The fuck do you kill him then?
I don't even remember. I don't
Look,
remember how. I'm sure it's like a
either
shot to the brain, but it's always like the brain, the
shots to the
brain, the
brain or
brain.
cutting the head off, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay. Either just get the shotgun, get a shotgun, get
yeah.
a good fucking weighted sword that you could just fucking for sure just lop their heads off.
Yeah,
Because you don't want a gun you can't actually handle,
true.
and you don't want a great sword because that's too fucking much.
Too
And
heavy.
you don't want a like bow or a crossbow or anything, because if you don't get them straight in the head, and if it's not even like a powerful enough shot, they're not going down.
Yeah. Well,
So shotgun straight to the head, head's gone.
Well, see, here's the thing though. This is what I'm thinking. All right. So when you've got the 28 day later zombies, usually I think you're gonna be dealing with hordes because they're running, right? They're fast. So
Swords?
anything
You said swords?
Huh?
You said swords?
No, hordes. Like a horde,
hordes.
like a big,
Alright,
large
well,
group.
swords.
Yeah.
Fuck with
So
swords. Fuck yeah.
to me, I feel like if you've got a horde of zombies that are moving fast, the only thing that's really going to help you is grenades and like AR-15s, right? So you need something like that. Because a flamethrower, while you might be able to light them up, they're going to keep running, right?
I thought they were usually solo, so they're in hordes.
Well, I mean, they
Because
probably
the clips
would
I've
be.
seen of it, it's usually like one or two like climbing or fucking flying at someone to fucking kill them, you know? So It's been a while since I've seen any clips or even the whole movie, like I said. But
Yeah.
uh,
Go ahead.
if with your experience on watching that movie, if you're thinking AR, because I was thinking if they're fast, it sucks. But that's hard. But if you have like I said, a shotgun, boom, in the head, done. I didn't realize they were in hordes, and the swords. I was thinking because again, if they're solo and they're lunging at you, trying to get you good and they're fast, and you're just pretty agile and you're able to duck and shit. Fucking sweep up on their legs, immobilize them, and then just cut their head off.
Well, yeah.
But like you said, if they're in hordes, then yeah, definitely, I would probably go for more of the explosives route.
Yeah.
Even find out how to tie explosives to like bow and arrows at that point, so the arrows will have like little fucking bombs. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, you gotta.
do some sort of dying light shit up on that
Yeah.
bitch.
If you're dealing with hordes, though, right? Like you have to end up making sure you fortify. Like that's the only way that you're gonna survive hordes. You have to fortify because I mean, you might be able to outrun them, but maybe not, right? Like, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to outrun them. Like I might be faster at first, but I ain't gonna be able to run miles. And I'm sure shit ain't climbing a fucking tree. So I'd have to. You have to fortify. And with that, like, I'm thinking like you got ditches with you've got spikes, you got ditches, you got explosives, all that kind of stuff, right? And then you'd have to have like automatic weapons. I mean, maybe that's why they're trying to eliminate automatic weapons, dude, so we can't fight off the hordes. But
Yeah, but they keep on saying assault rifles, and it's just like what?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to be able to have the assault rifles to fight off those hordes. Now, if you got solo stuff, you don't want to bring any attention to yourself. So, you want to end up having a sword or a bat, or you want to have a fucking to me, like, I think a bat would be better than a sword because the odds of you like actually like cutting their head off, I mean, nah.
Oh no,
But
that's why I said go for the legs or something.
yeah, true.
That's too much, especially if they're actually like swinging at you.
Yeah,
Then you have to aim in between. Like, nah, just go for a waist shot a few times and whack them. That's what I'm saying. Like a good one-handed sword, because you could find other shit than katanas or like shit from Lord of the Rings or whatever. I don't know what you'd necessarily call them. And then, like I said, just whack at the legs or whatnot, like in between, like fucking dodging. And then when they're on the ground, that's when you go for the head. Just fucking cut that shit off.
Gotcha, yeah.
I'm not saying that it's no basic bitch is gonna be like, oh fuck yeah, and just dice up someone's head.
But you want to be quiet.
I know I
though.
love anime, but I ain't that guy.
Yeah. But you got to be quiet.
We'll be once we get some practice.
But
you just need the zombies to practice.
That's right. Yeah, but you got to be quiet though. Like you got to be quiet when it's just a couple. I mean, I think a shotgun is fine, but like once you use a shotgun, you got to run.
At least a shotgun, it's like loud enough to where it's gonna be calling them to that point.
Yeah.
Get one, fucking dip out.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, if it's in hordes, I was thinking it's like one or two like good distances.
Yeah.
But the
if you have a couple
20 days later ones are pretty different.
Yeah, if there's a few of them coming at you, then a shotgun would be better than like an AR-15 or something like that, because that's just going to spray a bunch of bullets. It's not very accurate. But if you've got the zombies like the slow ass moving zombies, then fuck, dude, you can just walk away. Like I never understood.
Just don't waste the shit, because even in this last movie that I watched, they used the zombies as protection.
Oh really?
It's just the way that's at one point someone fucked up and they brought in a new one without realizing it from the top of their car. Like I guess it fell out when they were completing the mission.
Oh, okay.
And when they went for a cigarette break, it fell on top of them or fell into the truck. And then when they were unloading the truck, it attacked them.
Okay.
So that's how it got on. But like mid attack, it ended up like everyone else got distracted, and the ones that they were using to protect the base got inside.
Okay.
So they were using it pretty efficiently on a way to defend their base. They said they do it to keep poachers and people that want their supplies out. So it made sense, but it's like, damn, someone fucked up. If no one fucked up, that would be prime spot.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that shark wouldn't have became a zombie. It only became one because zombies fell into its tank and it ate them. And I even thought that I was like, okay, is that gonna become a zombie now? Because more than likely, those zombies are still gnawing at his stomach.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so it didn't like do chops; it just like swallowed him whole. So it's gonna be eaten there, and that's how it's gonna become a zombie. And then boom, eventually did. It was dope. Recommend Zom 100. Bucket List
Yeah.
of the Dead.
Yeah.
You wanna watch anything, Doug?
What?
Then go ahead and watch that. So if
Okay.
you're gonna
Yeah.
watch anything soon, zombie
Watch that.
related,
Yeah.
check that out.
I'll check that out, dude, for sure. For sure. You said it was entertaining, so I think yeah.
More than I thought. I
Yeah.
was thinking like, shit, dude, I can't. I'm gonna be watching this for 2 hours. Fuck, and it was a lot better than I thought.
For you, I recommend that you've got to see The Last of Us. It's not a very
Right.
it's not a lot of there's not a lot of like zombies in it. There's enough to keep you.
Yeah, because it was kind of always like the story, but zombies.
Yeah, it's about. I mean, it is about you know, a father-like figure having to look after a girl, or look after somebody.
I played the game.
You played the game? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
Forgot about that, but yeah, I did play the first game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it is pretty close to the game. So, I know some people complained about like the casting, but you quickly forget about that. It's a good show. You should definitely watch it. What they're able to do is they're able to get into deeper story of of the characters and things like that. So things that they couldn't really dig deep into in the games, then they were able to do that in the show. So it's good. It's good. Definitely recommend that you watch that. And as far as like the movies go, you should watch Dead Alive, because it was funny, it was bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have an opportunity to watch, I think I remember telling somebody about it that I worked with, and he watched it on YouTube and it was free. So maybe
I'll just look it up right now and see if it's on there.
Yeah.
And maybe check it out later.
Yeah, if you can watch that one, that's what I would recommend. Even Zombies is funny to me, but nothing is as good as, I mean, yeah, Dead Alive is fucking cult classic. So watch that for sure. For sure. I think that we're good to go, man. We're ready to end this episode, don't you?
Yeah. Good.
Cool. All right. Well, play that fucking outro music then. You got any last words?
No, it's just that I'm gonna go check out my zombie porn later.
Oh, okay, the zombie porn.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Does that get hard to jerk off with a limp dick though?
Not really. Huh?
I've been the whole time you mentioned zombie porn, I've just been trying to think of like one-liners, and I got nothing. Like, what would you call? Yeah, what would you call it? Like, what? Yeah.
Or
And then what if you're acting in zombie porn? Like, what would you say? Yeah, baby, give me that dead dick. I don't know. Yeah.
rip it off inside me.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. I had a sketch idea a long time ago. I wanted to put it on stage, like when I was doing the stage shit. And it was, the whole idea was this guy, he was a zombie, one of the slow moving ones, and he's about to like eat somebody, and like they fall, and then they like look up and they're like, no, wait, hold up, Gary, is that you, Gary? And then the zombie's like, he's like, Gary, you look like shit, man. Dude, I haven't seen you since high school, man. This is what you're doing with your life? Dude, you dropped out and then that's it. You should go back and get your diploma, dude, because this is not for you. And the whole time, like, Gary the zombie's like, and then next thing you see is like Gary's in high school and he's like going through like the hallways, like trying to like get shit. And then
Someone's picking on him.
Yeah, and then no, like Gary's like super popular, and then like you see he's got like a Letterman jacket on, for what, I don't know,
Yeah.
and then he's like got and then he ends up getting like this girlfriend, like, what's up, Gary? And then like they go to like high five him, and when they do, like his hand, like his whole arm falls off, and like, oh, sorry, Gary, let me put that back on for you, and then like it shows like Gary at like a job interview, and the whole time Gary's like trying to still eat brains, right? Like he's out on a date with this girl, and then he's like trying to eat her brains, like chew on her head, and she's like, stop it, and then you see him at a job interview, and he's like trying to like shake the hands, and then he's like still trying to chew on the brain. And then it shows like Gary like on his wedding day, and he's getting married to that girl from high school, and then they go back to like the hotel room, and then the lights go out, and she's like, oh, Gary, and then he's like, oh, Gary, oh, Gary, oh, it fell off. And he's like, and then that's it. Like that's how it ends. I love that sketch idea.